Hi, I'm the lone journalist for KRAZ-TV. That means keep real A to Z, True Vision. Today's book review, I guess we'll put this at the 0 channel. This Brilliant Darkness, a book of strangers by Jeff Sharlet. Well, it's about bravery, humanity, being real. It's a non-fiction book. I normally don't do fiction, but today we'll do another fiction. This is, let's see, who W.W. Norton and Company. So, known for immersion journalism that is more immersed than most people are willing to go, and for a prose style that is somehow both fierce and soulful, Jeff Sharlet dives deep into the darkness around us and awaiting us. This work began when his father had a heart attack. 2 years later, Jeff, still in his 40s, had a heart attack of his own. In the grip of writerly self-doubt, Jeff turned to images, taking snapshots and posting them on Instagram, writing short true stories that bloomed into documentary. During those 2 years, he spent a lot of time on the road, meeting strangers, working night shifts as he drove through the mountains to see his father, exploring the life and death of Charlie Cunanan, a once aspiring actor shot by the police on LA's Skid Row, documenting gay pride amongst the violent homophobia of Putin's Russia, passing time with homeless teen addicts in Dublin, and accompanying a lonely woman whose only friend was a houseplant on those shooting trips. Early readers have called this book incantatory and the voice prophetic, in James Aggie's tradition of looking at the entirety of American lives by insomnia and late night drifting and the companionship of the darkness dwellers, night bakeries and late call drinkers, frightened people and frightening people, the homeless, the lost, or merely disoriented, and other people on the margins. This brilliant darkness erases the boundaries between author, subject, and reader to ask, how do people live with suffering? A few things in here are a little bit of a weeper. Jeff Sharlet is Associate Professor of English and Creative Writing at Dartmouth, and the best-selling author of The Family, made into a Netflix documentary series, C Street and Sweet Heaven When I Die. His work has earned numerous awards, including the National Magazine Award and the Outspoken Award. This is really a heartfelt book. It's little stories, and they each have a picture with each one. And he meets people along the way. He starts out with the bakeries late at night because that's where he goes to write, like at Dunkin' Donuts or someplace like that. And he meets people that are, well, the daughter, she's 27, and she never thought she'd be a baker like her mother, and her mother's still baking late night, 2 and 3 in the morning. Stuff like that. So there the daughter is, and there's the mother. So anyway, they've all got a little story. He always asks to take their picture. Some people he has to give a couple of bucks to, but I don't know. It really didn't go into that. But it's so. The reason why I'm saying this is because he's an immersion journalist. He's an investigative reporter. And that's what KRAZ-TV does, is trying to right some wrongs and bringing a little joy to the world. So this was right on when I heard his story. And I was amazed that he actually spent money to go to Russia and Ireland and to the United States. And it's just an amazing story how he's gotten around. And he's always asking these people some of the questions about, the darkness that is in their lives and the refusal of other humanity to even acknowledge them. This picture on the cover was about a fire, and I don't think anybody was killed in the fire, but they didn't know if somebody had been stuck in that car when it was burning. So it was an apprehensive time for that. But because he's so brave, and because, he kept his mouth shut around authority and stuff like that, because he didn't let everybody know what he was doing until after the book was published, because, well, he went to Russia, and he even got interviews with Cossacks, the ones that said, we love beating up gay people, and they hurt the people really bad. I mean, they have clubs and knives and stuff, and so they'd go to gay rallies just to friggin' murder people. Damn near. So it's a pretty horrendous story on both sides. It doesn't matter what persuasion you are. He even talks about a Ugandan minister that knew he was going to die, and he felt that he was persecuted for his religion in Africa. So he went to Africa, and he met there's a woman in here, and she was called a Mzungu, which meant a rich white woman or a rich white person trying to do good for the people. So it was mostly about their religion. They were being persecuted for it, the black people there in Uganda. I don't know where else he went, or maybe Ghana. Anyways, from Russia, I don't know, he met kids smoking crack, smoking heroin on the streets in Dublin, and people that just couldn't live in shelters. And he's just got so many little wonderful stories about people. But his one is, here's the picture. We could see the fire slicing. We thought there was a body inside, not because we could see one. We could see only fire slicing through metal. But he knew there was nothing for him to do but look. So anyway, sensation, yes, in the barest sense of the word, an impression. Sensation is what's possible when seeing won't change anything, when you don't know enough to bear witness, when all you have is the fact of your eyes, the fact of the camera, a record of things seen and unseen. But the story of he's got missing people in here. And here's the poor thing. Her name was Mary Mazur, her own woman. I don't care if I make bad choices. I don't give a rat's spit. I'm not like everybody else. She wouldn't want to be. It's my brain. I'll do with it what I want. But she's a little difficult for the adult services, but they had to help her. But they put her in hotels, and she had to always carry that poor plant because she said that was her friend. She named him Bandit. And if a limb bent, she put a bandage on it to hold it together. It's really a touching story. So anyways, there she is with her plant. So it's really a heartfelt book. I mean, I was just amazed. And he sought her out, and a lot of people, she didn't want to give her interview and stuff, but he finally persuaded her. And he didn't go crazy with the camera. He just took her picture and mostly wrote her story. So, with this heartfelt book in mind, KRAZ TV wants you to know that somebody is out there and everybody's doing what they can, I hope. If not, try harder. If not, don't worry about it, I guess, right? You only can live your life. But if you help bring joy or a little bit of smile to someone else, it helps too. So that's what KRAZ TV is, a small voice for joy. read the book. This Brilliant Darkness, A Book of Strangers by Jeff Sharlet.